Today we're cooking kettle-fried chicken on Goldie.
That's right, boy. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Grates Barbecue. I'm Big Ed. Hey, I'm glad to be back with you guys. I've been really wanting to try some kettle fried chicken, and it's been something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but for whatever reason, just never got around to doing it. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and pull myself away from Grace, my Lone Star today, man. And we're gonna rock this thing on our new 70th anniversary Weber Kettle Grill. And hey, this is something that we're gonna prep for today and then carry out the task tomorrow. We're gonna start by using some Cajun seasoning, some marinade, and we're gonna let that soak overnight. I wanna make sure I got maximum flavor into this stuff. I wanna make sure that it's not a disappointment. And hey, I'm hoping that it comes out good, but we know it will. So stick around, let's get into it. All right, guys, so the game plan for today is to keep this as authentic as possible. I got some nice Cajun seasonings that we're going to be using. I'm steering clear of any barbecue rubs or anything like that. We are really trying to fry, you know, some chicken in our Weber kettle. So let's go over this ingredient list right quick. All right, guys, so we want to keep this as authentic as possible, meaning that I'm not looking for a barbecue profile for this, even though we're going to use our Weber. We'll go ahead and kind of keep it traditional. So we'll be using some Chef Paul Prudhomme's Poultry Magic. I have some of this Perfectly Cajun by Crispy Crunchy. Now, depending on what region you is, you might be familiar with Crispy Crunchy. They have some good chicken, man. Last but not least, we'll be using some Badia Complete. And this is just going to add a next extra layer of savory flavors to this and add a nice little balance to everything. Last but not least, for our dry and our wet mix, we went with this Louisiana brand spicy chicken fry, and this doubles as a wet coating for your batter, as well as use the same product to coat your chicken. So it's a 2-for-1 shot, and I kind of went with that for that reason. And but after we get everything seasoned up, we can go ahead and soak it in some good old buttermilk, get some moisture into that chicken, and just let it do its thing. And let's hop right into it. All right, guys, so what we got here, man, is some cleaned up chicken thighs. All right, guys, so one of the things that I'm going to add to this that I didn't go over in the ingredients list is just some finely coarse black pepper. And also for this recipe, you might want to get yourself some vegetable oil spray, some cooking spray to kind of coat the chicken if it needs it. I don't know. I got it just in case, but we'll see how it works out. But for now, let's go ahead and get this seasoned up. We're going to play a little game of clean hand, dirty hand, but I'm going to go down with some of this old black pepper. We're going to go ahead and go down with some of this Complete by Badia. Some nice little shape. This is going to be soaking in buttermilk, so I feel like I should probably, you know, go a little heavier because it's, you know, of course, it'll wash some of it off. But at this point, we'll go down, and again, this is a John Henry bottle, but this is Chef Paul Prudhomme's Poultry Magic, all right? Just got it in our shaker bottle. And I'm going to go down with some of this Perfectly Cajun. All right, we're just going to flip this over and do the other side. All right, guys, we got about 9 pieces of chicken. I'm going to kind of divide this up. I ain't going to put it all in one bag. And go down with some buttermilk. I think that's about enough. Something like this, right? All right, guys, so here it is, man. We got everything all seasoned up, soaking in this buttermilk. You want to let this go for about, I would say maybe 5 hours minimum, overnight preferably, but you do what you will. I can't really speak on it too much because this is the first time for me, but I'm just letting you know what's been recommended. And so, hey, man, I'm down here praying that this turn out all right, but I think we'll be fine. Stick around. All right, guys, we back. I'm about to go ahead and just kind of catch you up on what we've done so far. We seasoned up our chicken. We've had it soaking in buttermilk well past the point that we needed it to. Hopefully, we got a lot of those flavors incorporated into our chicken. And at this point, only thing we're doing is we letting this thing drain off. We got it down on the rack. I'm about to show you how we're going to put together this 2-part batter, 1 part wet, 1 part dry. Let's dive down, see how it's done. And after that, I'm going to take you out to the Weber kettle, and we're going to get to cooking. All right, guys, at this point, we're going to go ahead and put our batter together. Again, this Louisiana brand it's a wet dry batter. So we're going to go ahead and take care of the wet, and then we'll just set this dry aside. And the only thing we need to do for this is it calls for 5 tablespoons to a half cup of water. I doubled that, so we have 10 tablespoons of the batter, and we're going down with a whole cup of ice cold water. All right. And we just gonna mix this together. All right, guys, so we have our little station set up. We got our wet ingredient right here, our dry, and our chicken here, and then another rack just to place our chicken after we season it all up and get it all breaded up. So I'm gonna do a couple of these with you, and I think you already get the premise, but just for the sake of fun, man, we gonna get a little bit dirty, and I'm gonna do a couple of these with you, and then hey, I'm gonna continue on, and the next thing you know, we'll be outside at the Weber. So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna throw a couple in at a time. And just give them a little toss around in this. I want to shake off the excess. And then just go into our dry. Give these a little toss around. Make sure we get a good press on it. Try to build on that crust. I'll do one more out of the wet into the dry. Give it a good shake. And already, you can see that's already a nice looking crust that this thing is putting on here. So yeah, I'm kind of liking this. I already got the greens ready. I got some macaroni and cheese that we're doing. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and knock the rest of these out. I'll be back with you at the grill, and we're going to get things fired up, and we're going to be rolling. Sit tight. All right, guys, so we got our charcoal already lighting up here. Almost coming all the way up. And yes, boy, we're going to be cooking on this 70th Weber Anniversary Edition Kettle Grill. This hot rod yellow right here, and I'm proud of this thing, man. This is a Father's Day gift, and man, this thing, I baby this thing, but this is gonna be my first real cook on it. And hey, we got the Vortex sitting down in this thing already, and I'm gonna hit these grills with this cooking spray right quick. Got these grates looking nice and crispy, nice and clean. We're gonna give it one more coat. I think one of the key things is trying to keep this stuff from sticking at the temperature this thing runs. I'm gonna try to keep it around 350 degrees. We're about to go ahead and get this charcoal dumped down in here. We just poured this charcoal in here. And, I'm gonna just show you the setup. Yeah, we got that Vortex down in there. It's gonna do its thing. So we're just gonna start. Go ahead and get these bad boys on here. All right, guys. That's how we're looking. I'm excited. We're about to go ahead and get this thing closed down and let this thing do what it's gonna do. And I'll be back when it's time to take a peep at this stuff. But hey, sit tight. Let's get this done. Alright guys, it's been about 20 minutes. We've been sitting about right here for most of this little time that this stuff has been on here. I'm about to go ahead and have my first peek, and I'll be doing that with you. So let's see what we're looking like. And yeah. And I don't know if it's too early, but I'm gonna hit this with a little cooking oil. Yeah, so man, this is pretty cool, I gotta say. So yeah, we've been going about 20 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing closed down. We'll bring the old thermopop out and get a read when it's closer to time. I guess we're looking at somewhere from, I'll just say round it up to an hour. Now let's keep on cooking. I think what I'm gonna do is rotate this lid a fourth of a way every 15 minutes, and maybe that'll give us some kind of evenness. I don't know. Just something to think about. All right, guys, we rotated this lid a couple times. We're about to go ahead and see what the internal temp is. Look at that.
See that great cooking right there? That's my daddy.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, so I'm gonna let this go. We're at 163. I'm gonna let it go a little bit above 165. I'm gonna give it another, I'll say another 10 minutes, and we'll be pulling this stuff off, man. I love how evenly this vortex distributes heat around the lid of this thing, and everything's pretty much even. We got a couple of thicker pieces that are about a degree or two behind, so we're just gonna let it roll another 10 15 minutes, get this stuff off. It ain't gonna hurt these thighs. They could take a higher temp without drying out. So I'll be back with you when it's time to get this stuff off the grill. All right, boys and girls, it's been about another 10 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and see where we're at temperature wise. The old thermopop, 169, 70, 174. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get these off, and see that flakiness. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get these bad boys off, but let's just get one last look. And that looks insane. Carefully lift these off the grill. Man, look at that. I can't be mad at that. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let this rest for a little bit, and get to eating, man. I'll be back. All right, guys, we are back, and we're about to try this chicken. We're about to go ahead and give this a try and see how we done. It looks like a nice piece of chicken, man. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I wasn't got crust falling off. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it to come out like this. But let's go ahead and give it a try. I don't know if you can hear that. We got crust falling off everywhere. And it's a nice juicy piece of chicken. Give it another bite. Man, I'm surprised. I thought that the skin would have a hard time staying on, but so hey, man, that was a unique and interesting cook. Something I've been wanting to do for quite a long time, and it turned out pretty good. A lot better than I expected. There's a lot of things that I expected to happen that didn't. I didn't think that crust would adhere like that. I didn't think that you would get chicken crunchy on a Weber, not to this extent. So overall, I had fun with this cook. It turned out really, really good, man, and I enjoyed myself. And man, whoever came up with this idea, shout out to that guy. But hey, man, this is Big Ed of Grates Barbecue saying until next time, peace, love, and God bless.